It's a little bit of a cold morning this morning, and we ran out of propane, so I have no heat in the van. That's the same propane bottle I had from last year, so I just pretty much drained it all in the last 4 days. And the weather's been a little bit more chilly, so I've had the heater on a little bit more often. So this morning I went to go kick the heater on. Brr, that's right, you start the van, heats up, no big deal. So we're leaving the province of Nova Scotia today. And I don't know how I'm feeling about it, because I've left 90% of this province unexplored. And sometimes it's good to do that, because then you got something always pulling at you to come back all the time. So that's why sometimes even when I visit places, I don't go see it all, because it's not the first time I'm going to be crossing Canada. I'm coming back out here next year, so Nova Scotia, don't you worry. We're going that way today. We're going back into New Brunswick today. But I am going to be driving backwards, a different route than we came in, because I don't want to backtrack to the same things. I'll end up driving too fast, and I would rather just go explore another section of New Brunswick on the way through before we head into Quebec and do some filming with some pretty awesome people, and I'm stoked about that. Anyway, we slept here at the information center. We had a great night's sleep here. There's no parking signs anywhere. We came in and it was dark out anyway. We were just down using some Wi-Fi down the street. Okay, let's hit the road. Man over here. There you go. Thank you. Every day. You too. Okay, so this is a trading company from BC. I don't know if they're anywhere else. They're called Tank Traders. Oh. There are all sorts of different companies like that, but they don't have that company out here. So normally I would have just gone to a store and just swapped it over with the already filled tanks up front. But I think I just might go to Costco from now on instead of going back to one of those companies, because propane today cost me $8.30. $8. That would have cost me like $25 or $20 at one of those tank trader places. $8? Damn. But on the bright side about having the tank trader companies is that if I am ever in a town somewhere and it's late at night and I'm in a super big pinch and there's no corner store around that's got a propane service to fill the tank, I can just go there, swap it over at a 7-Eleven or anything like that. So that's why I've chosen to go with one of those trader ones. Does that make sense? Because if I'm ever running out of propane and there's no gas station with propane for like 10 kilometers from where I'm at, because it does happen sometimes, it's just easier, because those tank trader things, you could go and trade them at any single tank company. They all trade each other's things. As far as I know anyway, at least they're like that in BC anyway. No matter what the name of the company is that's on the tank, they all take back each other's stuff. All right, I thought we would do a little screen recording on my phone right now, so hopefully this turns out pretty good. So I started way over here. If you see in the middle, it says BC. I started from Vancouver down at the bottom there, and I went all the way across Canada. Pretty much followed that line you see that divides the United States from Canada. Pretty much stayed on the south side of Canada all the way along till you see that little blue dot. That's where I am right now, in whatever the name of that town is. So I just wanted to like draw a little map for you guys on where we've been on this side of Canada and kind of give you an idea on where we're going at this point. So clearly this little blue dot right here is where we are right now. Okay. Down here at the bottom, you'll see a cluster of dots. That was St. John. So when we came through down here in the bottom, St. John. We went up to Moncton here for a little gathering. From Moncton, I went down into Halifax, Nova Scotia, because I needed to grab my propane hose that came in from Amazon, but that's where I grabbed that one. Then as soon as we got down here to Halifax, right there, right where the big fat arrow is, I'm going to draw now. We got This is ghetto. They don't look like this anymore. But we got a phone call. That's a phone. We got a phone call while we were in Halifax from Lawrence and the Bud girl, Lawrence and Cecile. So from there, I'm like, oh, because they were over here on Prince Edward Island. And they were about to drive back to Vancouver. So I'm like, okay, so I drove back from here all the way back, and I met them at a truck stop right about in this area. They came over for Prince Edward Island here to come visit with me, and we hung out for the night, and it was awesome. So from here, I didn't want to go all the way back into like Halifax. So I left here and went over to Prince Edward Island. I adventured around the island a little bit, spent a few days over there. I didn't film any of that stuff because I took it in for me. Then we caught the ferry across over back into Nova Scotia. From here, I adventured around went into Cape Breton, which is an island. Went in and we had dinner, and I had lobster for the first time with one of my subscribers. Then I went up and did the Cabot Trail, which is this little section over here. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. My drawings are getting pretty bad. So I went into here, went up and did the Cabot Trail, came back. Then I poked my nose around the island in a few little places. And then when I left, I stayed on the inside section here. Messy, Chrome, messy. Bounced my way through here. Ended up popping back out in the same little area where I met Lawrence and Cecile. From there, I went up to Moncton. So if you take a look at it, most of Nova Scotia, I didn't touch. I really wish I would have. I really, really wanted to, but, you know, time comes in a trip where you got to leave something for next time you're out. So that's where we are right now. Bam, right there. I'm going to change that to red. We are right there at this very moment in time. You're a maniac, Cruzy. How come you're such a maniac? I'm gonna watch some TV, bro. We put in some kilometers today. I'm in a little town. I don't even know what town I'm in. I'm in a parking lot of McDonald's because I get Wi-Fi in my van from McDonald's right now, which means I can check on some YouTube stuff and maybe watch some Netflix. My van's parked on a really harsh angle, like my head is below my feet right now. So Cruz is a maniac. Hey, are you a spaz case? Something I might not have shown a lot of you guys is this is my desk. Like, this pulls out and then I put it across there for my desk. Well, I use this for my laptop. So when I'm lying in bed, it's like my TV, I kick back, TV is right there. It's rather perfect. I'm gonna go watch some Netflix. See you guys in a minute. You're a maniac, buddy. Dude.
Hey, ding dongs. We figured out what's happened here.
Dude.
You two are both named.
Hold on, I'm trying to
Shellstruck.
mute
The
the
day you
TV.
died, you were both in Phoenix.
I'm watching a TV series called The Good Place. It's really, really good. It's on Netflix. If you guys don't know what it is, it's like when everybody dies, they go to the good place, and the bad place is not heaven or hell. It's kind of a good show. I really, really like it, and I'm trying to watch it. And Cruz is being a flippin' maniac.
Arizona, shopping at the same grocery store.
was attending
Okay.
a stop by to pick up
Okay,
food for a local
we're good. We're
homeless
done.
shelter.
Okay,
And Faye Calendar
we're done.
was there
Chill-
buying
chill out.
Martiniques and a magazine called Celebrity Baby Plastic plastic surgery disaster. Incredibly, you both died in the...
One of those days today. We lost our Wi-Fi connection, and for some reason it won't let me reconnect to McDonald's. You look at me like I'm doing something wrong. He's like, I'm mad at you, Dad. I was sleeping nice and comfy in your seat. Well, McDonald's, you were a great home for a little bit today. Thank you very much for the Wi-Fi. Nobody wants to see your balls, Cruz. Alright. That would be a douchebag. Here's my squeak. My leaf spring's got a squeak in it, so when I move. I don't know about you guys, but are you impressed with that? Small towns. I tell you, everybody in their trucks thinks they're so cool in their big truck. All right. It sure feels good to be at home and parked. There's another RV beside me, and I'm thankful the RV's here. Otherwise, I'd be the only one in the Walmart parking lot, and that's always just a weird feeling to know you're the only one. It's nice to know that people are still traveling out here, even though winter is coming. My little flower thing that I have up here, I think I might change it for the fall season. I mean, it looks nice and it looks pretty, but the other day I was at the dollar store and I found these. They were $1. I was like, and it's long enough, one strand will go all the way through, so I bought it. And I just thought, you know, fall's here and I'm kind of in that little seasonal mood. I'm gonna decorate the house a little bit. It even has like the little things hanging on it and stuff. They're pretty cool. On the note of that, I'm actually thinking about decorating my van for Christmas this year. I'm not so much of a Christmas guy. I've always been Mr. Bah Humbug when it comes to Christmas. And last year I started to feel like that Christmas spirit a little bit last year. And this year, I think I'm going to get that Christmas spirit. I'm going to buy myself a little tree for the van, decorate the van and stuff all out. And I'm actually really excited for the holidays this year. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what's gone on in my world, but my entire life, I've always been a Christmas guy. It's not a fan. But something's going on this year, man. I'm just like really just kind of feeling like everything right now. Like fall has never looked so beautiful as it does this year. 10 times better than it's ever looked any other fall in my life. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know what it is that's happening inside of me, but I am pretty pumped up for Christmas this year. On that note, you guys, let's just recap what I did today, because I don't really know what all went on with my filming stuff, because I did a fair amount of driving and I wasn't really feeling a lot of things on my drive today. And I might reevaluate that little map I showed you on which way I'm going to drive, because the whole drive I took today wasn't overly eventful. And I don't know. I guess in my mind, I was hoping for something that I could film and make a video with. I was just like, oh yeah, look at all this awesome stuff. But I just kept driving and it was very much the same. Every kilometer down the road was more of the same and more of the same and more of the same and more of the same. And nothing just kind of turned that switch on for me. So I actually might think about going back more inland and making more of a straight shot into the province of Quebec. I'm really excited about Quebec this time through. I'm excited to actually have a gathering in Quebec, and I'm really pumped up about getting together with those few companies and stuff like that. And I'm also going to be filming another van tour out there with a couple that had their van just like splashed into my El Campo video. Well, I'm going to meet up with them. We're going to do a full van tour, and I'm stoked, just stoked for what's coming up. And anytime I get that little excitement to go somewhere, I'm just going to stop traveling in between and go. Because what happens with me is, and this is where all my gas consumption comes in, is YouTube's a business for me. So I always think, well, let's just keep driving and see if we can find more stuff to get in the video today. And then I just keep driving a bit more to get more stuff in the video. And then I keep driving and keep driving and keep driving. Before you know it, my driving budget for fuel is more than I'm going to make from that actual video I will post. So like this one today, I probably spent more money in gas than I'll make off this video here. So I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the way I do things just for the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to make my straight shot into Quebec, I think, and just start filming some of those other things, because I think once I get there, I'll probably slow down a little bit. But I'm just done driving around. I don't know, like today was just one of those days where I'm like, nothing to film. Like that's the same, if I film that, it would look like the same thing I filmed just down back that way, and I wasn't feeling overly inspired. So I think tomorrow, I think we're about 6 hours away from Quebec City. So tomorrow I'm gonna wake up in the morning, do some research to find out where all these businesses are that I'm going to be filming with in Quebec, and then make a route where I need to go, and then I'm going to hit the first destination. I think we're going to book it out here tomorrow morning and just make a straight shot to Quebec. As much as I don't want to do the drive going back towards Vancouver, I'm actually feeling a little bit excited. Really kind of excited. I don't know what it is. I was really excited to stay and didn't want to go back, but now that I'm actually on the way back, I'm kind of excited about it. Anyway, I could talk you guys' ear off all night. Have a great night, everybody, or a day or a morning, whatever time it is that you're watching this. And thanks for being with us. All right, you guys. See you later. Stay weird, okay? Because nobody likes a normal person, because normal people suck. Normal sucks. Do you know that? Did you know that?